and subscribe. Otherwise, I might pay you guys a visit.
On October the 27th, over in Sofia, in Bulgaria, Hughie Fury will take on KUBRAT PULEV in a very, very hard fight. And it's really a 50-50 fight, in my opinion. Would their styles gel? Maybe. Who knows? But Hughie is definitely up against it because KUBRAT PULEV is, of course, a very, very seasoned athlete. Excellent jab, and he always throws a 1-2 for the big right hand, and he's got some power behind that right hand. But the thing is, can he hit Hughie Fury? Can Hughie Fury do enough in that fight to convince the judges that he's winning the rounds? It is a bit of a sticky one for him, being the away fighter, if you like. Now, if all goes well for Hughie Fury, he said that he wants Anthony Joshua in April. In other words, next. Because KUBRAT PULEV versus Hughie Fury is for the final eliminator for the mandatory position for Anthony Joshua's IBF. So the winner will have to face Anthony Joshua at some point. Of course, that will be dependent on whenever the IBF call it. So when did Anthony Joshua take on Carlos Takam? Now, there's usually about a year to 18 months before the sanctioning body will call that. So if you look back as to when Anthony Joshua took on Carlos Takam, you can kind of work it out from there. So it won't be long. Now, Hughie Fury has said this about Anthony Joshua: "That's the fight I'm dying to get, and hopefully get through this fight and then a fight with me and him. I'm in a final eliminator and will be in mandatory position. He hasn't got an opponent in April, so I would definitely jump at that one." So that is Hughie Fury's statement. So would you guys be interested in Anthony Joshua versus Hughie Fury? Would you prefer Anthony Joshua against Dillian Whyte or Big Baby Jarrell Miller? Somebody. Because obviously with Wilder and Tyson Fury, with their fight on December the 1st, it does seem that these guys have a rematch clause no matter which one wins, as in both of them have a rematch clause. Now, I know Frank Warren is refusing to admit it. He just wants a little bit of talk about potentially having Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua, so people look at the Tyson Fury fight and go, "Ooh, maybe if Tyson Fury wins, we could see that against Anthony Joshua." Well, it's very, very unlikely we will see that, unless there's something in the contract where it says, yes, we have a rematch, but if there's a chance for undisputed, then we put that rematch on hold. Maybe, just maybe, but unlikely, I think. So we can pretty much rule out Wilder and Tyson Fury. I think Tyson Fury would take the fight with Joshua, to be fair. Wilder, not so much. Wilder just doesn't want that fight. He can talk all he wants, but he's made all the noise in the world, which shows that he doesn't want Anthony Joshua. So Joshua is currently without an opponent for April. So who does he fight? Dillian Whyte is the front runner. Of course, that would be a rematch, one that I would be very, very happy and excited to see. But I know a lot of people would prefer it, that he fights somebody who he hasn't fought before. But who's the better opponent? Is it Dillian Whyte? Is it Hughie Fury? Is it Big Baby Jarrell Miller? Is it whoever? Luis Ortiz even? But there again, no, Luis Ortiz can't because he's still suspended by the WBA, so it can't be Luis Ortiz anyway. So would you guys be happy with a Hughie Fury fight? It would remove a mandatory, as in bring it forward a bit and dispatch of that one if he was to beat Hughie Fury. What kind of style would this be for Anthony Joshua? Could he handle somebody like Hughie Fury, who is pretty much a carbon copy of Tyson Fury, with the fact that he's very, very good on his feet and he leans back a lot and he's awkward to hit. He's very difficult to land. But again, people will say, but Anthony Joshua, he beat Joseph Parker and Joseph Parker beat Hughie Fury, so therefore Anthony Joshua should beat Hughie Fury, right? Unfortunately, you know what? It doesn't work that way. We all know that. But would you be interested in Anthony Joshua versus Hughie Fury if they can't get Dillian Whyte? Now, in an ideal world, for me, Dillian Whyte would take on Dominic Brazil next. He would then become the mandatory, and then he would take on the winner of Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, because he would then be the mandatory. But for whatever reason, I don't know if Eddie Hearn is doing it on purpose, where he just doesn't want to make Whyte versus Brazil, because he really wants Whyte versus Chisora in a rematch. Of course, it's more financially lucrative, right? So maybe Eddie Hearn isn't really trying, or maybe he really is. I don't know. I really don't know. But that's the ideal situation for me. But ultimately, people want Joshua versus Wilder. Wilder just doesn't want that smoke. It's as simple as that. He's avoided all the top names throughout his entire career, and of course he's only taken on Tyson Fury because he sees Tyson Fury as vulnerable and not ready, like everybody else does. And those who want to be real about it, they know that, but they're not going to admit it. So anyway, that's my thoughts on it all. For me, I'm not too fussed. If Joshua takes on Hughie Fury, I'm cool with it. If Joshua takes on Dylan White, I'll be very happy about that one, of course. Or a big baby Jarrell Miller. For me, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But anyway, you drop your thoughts below about it, click that thumbs up and subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.